Welcome to DomiNations. My name is Mark, and yeah, in the background you can already see what the video is about in particular. First, about the current issue. There seemed to be some trouble and some problem with the museum, especially for iOS players, where the rollout does not work like planned. So also Tin Soldier, I think, but someone from Nexon officially posted something about the museum, about the parliament, and that there are already some issues and that they want to have everyone to have the parliament before they can go on and unlock the research. Currently it is so far that the research function isn't even available even if you have built the parliament, so the button is simply missing. There are only two buttons, the question mark and the upgrade button. So be patient, it will come or come again if you already had it. But let's start with some basics for those of you who haven't probably seen my former update video about what is the parliament even. The parliament is a newly implemented building that gives all of us access to research, so-called laws, which is nothing else than a community shared research for all of our own alliance members, where you can contribute a tiny part to bonuses that afterwards will affect everyone of your alliance, and those bonuses are differentiated within 10 stages. Inside the museum, you can see that we are able to contribute to research different laws by our three main resources, so gold, food and oil, as well as crowns. And those laws are parts of 4 major branches where we have current access to 3 of them. There are currently 6 stages or levels of the parliament which are related to different ages. So the higher the age, the higher the possible level of your parliament. Also, if you're hitting the question marks or the upgrade sign at your parliament, you will see different chances in percent about having multipliers on your contribution to research. So the highest percentages are for low levels, so 1 and 2 time multipliers, and the higher the multipliers are, the lower obviously is the chance or likelihood to get them. By upgrading to higher stages of the parliament, you will have or get higher chances for higher multiplicators, and the chances for low multiplicators obviously will decrease. Inside those branches, over here we are at Allied Relations, you can see that we have consecutive researches. So they are connected and you can only do the next research equally to the university if you have done or conducted a specific amount in number 5 of the previous researches. Now, if you are contributing with some resources or crowns to Alliance research, you will gain some research points, which are then increasing the level of researched laws. If you have already contributed at one day to research a specific level of a law, you will get like an exponential function higher costs for doing the next contribution. So the more active you are and the more you have already contributed a day, the higher the costs will be at 24 hours. So each day those exponential function will reset and all costs will be at the basic. Let's go deeper and show the available researches in detail. At the Allied Relations branch, we have 2 initial researches to start with. First, the gate upgrade law. All laws, like I already have mentioned, have 10 stages and the bonuses are getting better. So for example, at stage 1 we get a cost reduction for our alliance gate by 10%, stage 2 getting a time reduction by 10%. This is going over 15%, 20, 25%, and at stage 9 we will decrease our costs and our time consumption for upgrading the alliance gate by 30%. 10th stage will reduce the needed citizens to upgrade the alliance gate by 1. The other initial research we have to start with in this branch is also called, like the branch, Allied Relations, and it's simply only about Alliance XP in the Worldwar. So all situations which already give Alliance experience, such as defeating enemies, getting 40 or 60% of all stars, winning a Worldwar will give us or will grant us additional amounts of XPs, whereby alliances which are already high level or level 15 won't benefit by this. So far there are no further alliance levels. The consecutive law, which is getting unlocked if you have done level 5 of the Alliance Gate law, is legal contribution, and it is about multiplicators we are able to get. So the research contribution of about crowns is getting increased by about 1. So if you use crowns to contribute to the alliance research, it will give you initially 1, afterwards at stage 6 2, and at stage 10 3 additional research points, and multiplicators will get increased from 5 to 6, 10 to 11, 20 to 21, and afterwards by 2 from 5 to 7, 10 to 12, and 20 multipliers will get to 22. The other second stage law will be legal costs, and it is about reducing the resource costs for research points by 1 up to 10%. So the contribution to alliance laws will be cost reducted for all members. Third stage law will be allied troops, and you will have to be researched all previous laws by stage 5 to unlock it. And over here you can increase the alliance donation amount by 1 up to 10 troops if you reach level 10 in maximum. The next branch is education, and it is completely about our university and related costs of food, gold and oil. So the first 3 stages, the first 2 stages are about the food and gold costs, which can be decreased by 15% each. Law number 3 is then about the oil cost of our university research, and it's connected to both previous researches, so you will need both of them at level 5. And over here we can decrease the oil costs of university research by 1 up to 10, not 15%. At least it's getting pretty valuable due to the fact that we are able to research finally a reduction of time for our university for all alliance members. It is about 1 up to 10%, so additional to the time reduction of the university itself, we can reach 30% reduction in time. The last currently available branch is state treasury, and it is about our resource production and storage capacity. We can increase the food as well as gold production by about 20% finally. Then we can increase the storage capacity for food as well as for gold by 10%. And in the last stages, the same for oil. So increase the oil production by about a maximum of 20%, as well as the oil storage capacity by 10%. At least we have the fourth and currently unavailable infrastructure branch, which will come soon, and it obviously look like probably over here we will have some defense research, probably for our walls or for the road income, probably also for health or damage bonus by road income. We don't currently know. So far I have only found out about one research which is offensively or defensively related. And this was the law about allied troops, which we can use offensively as well as defensively. All other laws so far are only about economics and production of resources. Let's sum it up and give some recommendations. First, for each alliance, it should be uttermost important to go below the Allied Relations branch, and over there go and research for the legal contributions, due to the fact that we are able to increase our multiplicators over here as well as the contributions of each alliance member, so you will progress faster within researching alliance laws for your alliance. Afterwards, it's definitely recommendable to go for the education branch, where you can first decrease all oil costs for university research and finally decrease the amount of time which is needed to do some research in the university by 10% for all of your alliance. Lastly, also such things like an increased oil production for all of the alliance members will make sense, or to invest in the Alliance Relation branch, where you can increase the number of donated troops. It's especially valuable for lower age players, where they are unable to beat higher bases in Worldwar or even equal bases due to strong donated troops. And with an additional amount of 10 donated troops, even low level players are able to get some heavy tanks donated, and therefore have a higher chance in World Wars to contribute their part to victory. What is also unfavorable, in my opinion, is that crowns again play that big of a role. due to the fact that ordinary contribution with resources will be less valuable than Crohn's contribution, due to the fact that Crohn contribution will give additional research points. In sum, I am slightly skeptical about the parliament. There are a lot of forces which are implicitly or passively forcing players to go for higher ages, to have higher parliaments, and therefore contribute higher multiplicators, and also probably who will force alliances to ban lower level players. I don't know how it will work out, but this is one possible outcome, because lower level players, or players with lower level parliaments which are related to lower levels, will not be able to contribute that much to the alliance research. Nevertheless, we will see what the future will bring when the parliament finally is there and the alliance research is available, and we can also see how high the costs are and how struggling it is to get for the next level, to unlock the next law and then get the bonuses of it. I am really excited to see your comment in the comment section and all of your concerns which you probably may have. I hope the video was informative for you. See you soon. Your domination tips.